Well, the time has come, ladies. You and me are in for an amazing conversation today. We are going to be talking all things in honor of Menopause Awareness Month. We are going to be talking about all things women's health. Now, I'm going to let me invite in my guest today. I am so unbelievably excited to have. Hey there, Colette.
Hi, how are you?
I am fabulous. I am just kind of letting everyone know what we're going to be talking about today, and that in honor of Menopause Awareness Month, which I think should be every day, we're taking it out of the closet for sure and talking about it and normalizing it. But we are going to be doing an amazing giveaway of a product that has completely transformed my life. I mean, I say that with every cell in my body tingling with joy because it's that profound. That's why I had to have Colette, who is the CEO and founder of Joylux brand, which is an online, it's a menopause women's health platform, but they have this amazing all-star product called the vFit that we'll be talking about today, along with everything, that has to do with vaginal health. We want vibrant, juicy, vibrant vaginas, all, from birth to last breath. That's right. I'm here, and that's why I'm excited about what you do. And we'll be able to shop throughout this entire conversation. If you use the code Vanessa15, you can use that site-wide and get 15% off your entire order. And like I said, be engaging, ask questions along the way, because we'll answer your hot burning questions, pun intended. And at the end, we will announce a winner for the fabulous gift set that you are not going to want to miss. So with that being said, Colette, welcome to Silver Liberation and the Silver Sisterhood conversation today.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, Vanessa, for having me and for being willing to talk about these taboo topics that shouldn't be taboo. We should all embrace our vaginal health, our sexual health, and really just be open to discuss everything about it because it's what makes us women.
100%. The last live I did, as you know, I did my very first solo live with your product, with the vFit, and I didn't even know if I could say vagina because it's a taboo thing. It's like a normal thing. We all have them. Everyone came from one, or you have one. Right?
Exactly. I joke because we've been talking about erectile dysfunction and penises forever and a day. I can remember being a child and turning on the TV and seeing Bob Dole commercials for ED. Yet when it comes to vaginas, gosh forbid we cannot say the word, but that shouldn't be the case. We all have one, ladies, right?
Right. And it is normal. It is healthy. And because when we've kept it in the closet for so long, like we haven't, it's been kind of this thing we kind of talk maybe in the back room about, but even our own mothers maybe don't give us as much information as they should. And your company is changing that paradigm.
That's right.
With, the Silver Sisterhood, we talk about this all the time. So what is menopause? Let's just kick it off the bat since it is Menopause Awareness Month. Tell me what it is.
That is so important. So ladies, so many people or so many women don't even really understand what menopause is. But menopause technically marks the 12th month from your last period. So 12 months, if you've gone without having a period, you are now officially in menopause. And guess what, ladies? You never leave it. It's not, people say, oh, I went through menopause and now I'm done. No. Menopause is with you forever. And in fact, the whole leading up to that 12th month mark is what we call perimenopause. And perimenopause can be anywhere between 8 and 10 years. And so many women have no idea that they're going through it. They may start to experience something. In fact, I remember the first time I had a night sweat and I just thought I was sick. I didn't know that was like one of the first signs of menopause. So, it can start early and it lasts forever.
Speaking of that, so my ex-husband and I, we had a family beach house, and I remember one summer we were it's in Encinitas, right on the water, and they don't have air conditioning. It's a beautiful beach house, no air conditioning, but normally it's fine. And I remember one summer, every day I would wake up freaking drenched from head to toe. I had no clue that summer really is what kicked off my whole menopause symptoms. I thought it was just I needed air conditioning and it was hot. So
no, and the thing is that it could happen to you at that period of your time, and then you may never experience another night sweat or another hot flash, but you're still going through menopause. Your body can have all these different symptoms at different points in time. The key here is that everybody is unique, and what you experience is totally different than what someone else may experience. In fact, we know hereditary plays a little part of it, but what my mother went through is radically different from what I've gone through. So it is really a unique process.
Yeah, I would say, you speaking of it, hereditary, my mother had a forced hysterectomy. So I don't know what it would have been for her, but I would love, I think this kind of segues into, I love sharing my experience because it's brought me healing. And so I'd love to be able to share kind of what I went through in my menopausal journey. And I would love, Colette, if you would share yours as well, so that
absolutely, because that's the whole reason to being. That's why Joylux has come to be, is through my own personal experience and the struggles I had with intimate health as I went from childhood through menopause. And that's why we created Joylux. And I would love to share personally what I went through after we hear all about Vanessa, what you've had to deal with.
Okay, so, woo, buckle up.
Yeah, where's the wine?
I know. Oh, except for wine sucks when you're in menopause. So like I give it that, but it sucks because you really want it, you need it. But for me, that is one of those triggers that I have just said, yes. And it sucks because I just have a wine cellar. But
oh my goodness.
It's just for me, wine is just a no-go. Alcohol does not agree with. Thank God I drank enough for a lifetime back in the day, in the party days. But
all right, well, bring that cup of water or tea or
yes.
whatever. Let's talk.
Okay, so literally I started young. I want to say I'm 52 now, I'll be 53 October 23rd this month. And I started around 40 or 41. I realized afterwards that it actually had started earlier because I had infertility issues and whatnot. So they actually kind of say that's part of the whole process. Wow. It expands it. And I remember I had that summer of night sweats. And then I remember I suddenly started having like kind of hot flashes, still not thinking. I'm like, I had my period. I thought this is not, didn't on my radar at all. And I was at an event and I had a hot flash and I had a girlfriend say, you might have had a hot flash. And I said, really? And I went home that night and had like 20 hot flashes and night sweats. And then like 2 days later, I had rage. I mean, literally full on rage. Like I've never experienced rage.
Yeah.
It out of the blue. And I called my girlfriends. She gave me her hormone doctor's number. We had all of my levels checked and I was in full blown. She's like, I don't know how you're just standing. Every single symptom. I had memory loss. I thought I was actually going through early Alzheimer's.
Yes, dementia. We're all like, oh my gosh, why can't I think of this?
It was every single symptom except weight gain. Weight gain is the only thing that I was able to, to escape from, that didn't touch me, but every single symptom you can think of. And so much so that mine was so bad. And I had been singing and speaking, so I had a still trap memory. And it was so bad, I couldn't remember. I'd be like, girls, it's time to go get in that thing with 4 wheels.
Exactly. That's how I was. I am still.
Yeah. So I got on the hormone replacement bioidenticals, which saved my life. But I can tell you there were still things that were going on. But it was so terrible that I thought about not being here. Quality was so poor that I thought, if this is the quality of life that I'm going to have, and I had already lived like, I ate super clean, I meditated, I yogaed, I did all the things that would be beneficial for someone going through menopause, and I still had all this stuff that was going on. So much so I mentioned.
Yeah, and it's, there's over 34 menopausal symptoms that women deal with, and from what we talked about, those hot flashes to the brain fog to vaginal health issues. And that's really what started Joylux, is that when it sounds like actually very similar to you. I was struggling with fertility, and I finally got pregnant by the grace of God. I swear, the doctors told me, stop coming, stop trying. IVF is not working with you. Please stop. I finally got pregnant at 42, and then discovered what issues women face with having children, and the whole, putting all that pressure in your pelvic floor, which then results in stress incontinence and bladder leakage. And I was like, this is so embarrassing, where, you cough or you sneeze and you pee your pants. Well, this is no quality of life. We don't want this. Then it was like God was just not being kind to me. I went from childbirth then into experiencing my first night sweat. That was my first key that I was going through menopause. And then all these other symptoms to, brain fog. Brain fog is, the one that really kills me, because I'm a smart person, and yet I cannot tell you to get in the car because, like you don't know what's on those four wheels.
So Colette, when you first had your night sweat, did you know, like, you had it, like, oh, this must be menopause, or did it take you, like myself?
No, because I didn't know. And so that brings us back to Joylux and why I started Joylux. So these vaginal health issues that I was experiencing, started off with that stress incontinence, that accidental bladder leakage, to all of a sudden I'm experiencing vaginal dryness and pain with intercourse. And it wasn't the same as what it was when I was in my 20s. And this is where, Vanessa, I had this aha moment where I said, well, wait a minute. We use these advanced anti-aging technologies for the face to help women look and feel their best. Why can't we apply them to the vaginal tissue, the pelvic floor area, to basically rebuild that collagen and elastin, the strength, the tightening? And so fast forward, what we created is what the device that you so love, is the vFit, and it uses this red light technology that we often use on our face to tighten the skin, and it's used but in our pelvic floor area, our vaginal canal. And by doing so, we're rebuilding that collagen, that elastin, we're tightening it, we're increasing blood flow, which is what we need for lubrication, natural lubrication, because with menopause, our estrogen drops and we lose that natural lubrication. So we launched this back a couple of years ago, and it's done phenomenally well. But from that became the whole platform for menopause, because we realized we were in such an incredible opportunity to educate women, to help women understand what their body is going through. And so we have this incredible app that goes with this device. The app gives you content every single day on what it means to be going through menopause, how you can improve your quality of life, whether you're dealing with vaginal health issues, sexual function issues, or just general nutrition. What's the right food to eat while you're going through menopause? And so there's all this opportunity that we saw to really help women. And every day we're a team of women. We have, all women. I think there's our software developer is a guy, but other than that, we're, all women. And we are really committed to making a difference in your life with our products that are really, high tech and science-based.
I love it. I wanted to pause here for a moment because I just pinned, I'm not sure if you can see it, it's not popping up, but I just pinned the vFit.
Oh yeah, I see it right there.
Awesome. So that you guys can all see, again, it's Vanessa 15, site-wide 15% off. And this is the device that is, when you talk about red light therapy. I love red light therapy. I think it is an absolute game changer, and I use it all over my body. But for you, to be able to have that, you're pretty much, is it the only,
it is. We have 22 patents. We have 6 clinical studies validating the science. We really take this seriously. We sell it all over the world, but there really is no others. We are the one and only that really is based on this innovative red light therapy, which, like you said, Vanessa, we've used it on our face. We use it on the body. We were the first. Don't know why it took, it didn't happen until we came up with the idea, but we were the first to apply it to the vaginal tissue to really help women that are suffering from intimate health struggles.
Okay, so I want to talk a minute because it's so easy for, I'm going to unpin this for just a moment. It is so easy for people to say, with products, with procedures, with anything, to say, oh, I love this, but there's not always a definitive. It's like you brush your teeth, it's good for you, but do you really notice anything? Your product is so noticeable, and I know as a brand, even claims and things that you can or can't not say as a brand, but you have testimony of like the gospel truth. So I have to share that this, you mentioned incontinence, the kind of struggles. I actually started with that after my pregnancy, after my third pregnancy. It was so bad, I thought I was going to have surgery, like the incontinence of it all. And then of course it slowly got better. And then when I went through menopause, it was terrible again. And that is
it really impacts menopausal women, whether they've had children or not.
Right. And though I think the bigger conversation I think is so freaking exciting for me about this is that we're talking about menopause, but we are also talking about incontinence and other vaginal health issues, which I know we're going to go into. But the fact that if you're someone, I know people in their 20s that are suffering with incontinence. So this product,
oh yeah,
not just for that. For me, it helps keep it in shape. It's like I'm doing a workout for this, but when I work out for my vagina, when I'm using this, it really is a rejuvenation.
It is absolutely, it's, science-based, clinically backed. We've done so many studies on this that really validate that what we say we're doing is working. But the best is the testimonials, what women are sharing with me, what you've experienced, Vanessa. That's what gets us so exciting. Read the reviews on our website. They're phenomenal.
Right.
We're really making a difference in women's lives.
I did that before I stalked you guys. I went and sucked down everything I could and devoured everything on your product and any talks I could find. And I read up every review. And I was so excited because when I did my live for Joylux, I had only been using it for maybe a couple weeks. I noticed something the first time, but by the third time I used it, it was like it was tucked tight and woo. And so I have to share that, ladies. This works. I would not be up here risking my, being embarrassed talking about the vagina or saying something.
Your reputation.
100%. This really is a game changer. And let me just say, what else? The moisture, because especially when you're talking menopause, I noticed a marked difference. And I'm not with, this is something else kind of scared me. And I was on the app, which we'll talk about how it works with the app. I was on the app and they were saying like, if you use it or lose it. And I'm not in a relationship. And so of course I was like, ooh, I'm not in a relationship. I need that to be worked out and good so that it stays supple and ready and healthy.
It's so important because that really does happen. Women, if you aren't engaged in sexual activity, penetrative, we call it, activity with your vagina can actually shrink, but it shrinks and it becomes uncomfortable. It's atrophic. And then when you do have intercourse, it's very, very painful and you have to do a lot to stretch the tissue back. So it's really important that you keep up with a regimen. If you're not involved with a partner where you're having penetrative sex, then it's important that you do something. I have a close friend who was without a partner for over 5 years, and she was in her mid-50s, and she met a guy, but she was worried that, it would hurt. So she started using the vFit device and worked her way up to, after a couple of weeks with the light, it got all the blood flowing, it stimulated the tissue. And so then when she was ready to have, intimate relations with her new partner, everything was smooth sailing. And that's really important because, we go through dry spells, we all do. And when we're ready to reconnect with someone, That's an important part of being, you know, human and, you know, having that physical connection with someone. So we're here just with the tools to help it be more comfortable, provide more sensation, and just make it a more enjoyable experience for you.
Right, I agree, and I can speak from experience too. Things seem to be a little more like alive down there. So
Yes.
it's definitely that whole you know, desire, which is so, you know, it's amazing. But I mean, I understand that red light therapy feeds the mitochondrial at the mitochondrial cellular level. So
Yes.
it makes sense, you know, that it can have that much, you know, powerful effect there. Let's see. So I know that we had a question. We actually had a question that I saw run by that was about, can you use this after birth, after vaginal birth? You want to answer that question? Because I think
yeah, so I'm so glad you said that, because we're actually coming out with a product for women right after childbirth. That's coming here in the next 3 months, so stay tuned for that. But yes, you absolutely can use this. What we recommend is wait until you get the okay from your doctor to insert it, because you don't want to damage anything by just simply inserting. But absolutely, this will help you repair. And like I said, something's coming soon with red light therapy, because red light therapy is so therapeutic. It is so healing. It is so safe. It's using, you know, natural light, but doing it in a way where it stimulates your cells, that mitochondria, like you were talking about, Vanessa. And so we're super excited about how we're innovating in the space of red light therapy.
Okay, I love it. So I'm going to pin another product, and then I want us to move on a little bit to vaginal health and just how, you know, we've talked a little bit how this can certainly affect the, you know, the menopausal space, but I'd love to just, in general, some vaginal health, how your brand
Well,
is,
yeah, you know, one of the things, Vanessa, that we should talk about, which is super important for women of all ages, whether you're in menopause or not, is vaginal pH. So our vaginal tissue is, our vaginal tissue inside has a pH that's much lower than the rest of our body. It's about 4.6. And that's really important, because the other thing about your vaginal tissue to note is it doesn't have what we call the stratum corneum, the layer of dead skin cells we have on our face. Okay. So anything that you put on your vaginal tissue absorbs very quickly. So if you're in the shower and you're washing that area and you put some soap and it touches the vulva tissue and inside the vaginal tissue, that soap can cause irritation. It can cause dryness. It can cause, you know, unfortunately, yeast infections or UTIs, because it's throwing your pH off. And most products that are body products, whether it's soaps or body cleansers, have really high pHs. They're generally around 9 to 10. So here, what we've done at Joylux is we've come up with a line of products that help you keep your vulva and your vaginal tissue clean and fresh, but have a low pH, a pH of 4.6, so that you're not causing any irritation. They also have what we call only clean. Going back to what I just said, that tissue is super absorptive. So you don't want to put anything that has parabens or chemicals or anything that maybe is okay for your body because of the stratum corneum, but not good for your vaginal tissue. So what we call is, these ingredients are all clean. We have an aloe-based cleanser that's 100% aloe-based, no water. We have a lubricant that is has hyaluronic acid in it with aloe. We have a serum that is for dryness around your vulva tissue. And again, this is pH balanced. It has coconut oil, avocado oil, but it's all clean ingredients. The key is just to really make sure anything you do down there, it's clean and pH balanced.
And you all, with your brand and your company, you have a gynecologist on board. You have, like, you've really done this. You know, you're not just a brand that just wants to show up. You have done all the clinical research to make sure that it's done healthfully.
100%. In fact, all of these products are OBGYN designed and formulated. Dr. Sarah De La Torre, she's a world-renowned OBGYN. In fact, you have that She Bar up. If you get anything, get the She Bar. This is the most amazing bar of non-soap. So it's a bar of soap, but it does not have that soap ingredient that you typically find in body soaps that could be very drying. Instead, what this has is coconut oil, jojoba oil, avocado oil, and then it's all put together with ingredients that are clean, but give this nice, silky, smoothie feel when you wash. It still lathers. So if you love lather, this is a great product, but it doesn't have that really toxic soap ingredient in it. I
just got the excitement. These products, you know, from the device, from the vFit to all of the products that complement it. It's self-care for your vagina. It's something we talk about, self-care all the time, right? Like that is now like you know, I'm all about self-care and self-love. Your brand and your mission have given self-care a whole new meaning for that area, and I love that.
Well, we have to embrace it, Vanessa. This is what makes us women. We have to take care of it just like we take care of the rest of our body. I mean, we always, you know, well, you should if you don't, but put sunscreen on when you go out in the sun. You need to take care of your vagina. You need to have ingredients that are safe for it, that keep it hydrated and cleansed and feeling good and healthy. And that's whether it's a vFit device or a She Bar or the photonic gel, it's all about keeping your body healthy, hydrated, and happy.
I agree.
3 H's.
You know, let's you know, segue into community and menopause, because you said healthy and happy and self-love. You know, something that I really wanted to talk about with you on this is how the importance of the conversation, because so many, you know, I even heard back in the day that husbands would even take their wives to the you know, crazy home, like that's not called crazy home, but to the
yes, there's a movie about hysteria or something.
Yeah, and it was really menopause, which, I mean, we laugh about that, how horrifying, but that was the thing, and it also just was not talked about. And so I am, you know, your brand is committed. I'm committed that my daughters not have the same experience that I had. And it's not that my mother didn't want to tell me, she just didn't know, right? But, you know, so this community is everything. I was so, you know, wanted to share this so much that I ended up co-writing a book with a bunch of other women that had gone through menopause, because I wanted to help develop that community, that sense of community a few years ago. We here at the Silver Sister, which is what we talk a lot about, two things we talk a lot about in the Silver Sisterhood community here, for all of these who don't know, that the gray hair community, and that is, we talk about gray hair and, you know, letting go of what no longer serves you. And we talk about, the other thing is all things menopause, all things related to, and I say menopause, but I say it's all related to the vaginal health that affects every area of our body.
That's right.
If we didn't have that community to talk to, I mean, we every day, I mean, you can look at my feed and look at a feed of other women. The conversation is, you know, is growing, people getting more comfortable. So how do you feel?
It's so important to learn from each other and to share. If we don't share, then we won't learn. And so at Joylux, with our app and our website, we really spend a lot of time providing our community with education, fact-based. You know, everything we write about comes through our doctor's lens. We verify everything with backed up with clinical statistics, because it's so important that the information you read is accurate, not this, you know, hocus pocus or, you know, woo-woo stuff. We want you to have really accurate information, but we want you to share that. We want you to talk about it with your girlfriends, with your mother, with your sisters, with your, you know, anybody and everybody that will talk about your husband, your partner, because it's so important that we share what's going on in our lives.
100%. So remember, ladies, you can shop during this talk if any of these things, you know, intrigue you. Or Christmas is coming, holidays are coming. I should mention that too. Vanessa 15 site-wide. There's been nothing better than to give, you know, intimacy, you know, intimate health to the ones that you love. That
you know what I do, Vanessa, real quick? I get these She Bars and I give them as hostess gifts now instead of wine, because they come in this beautiful packaging and they're such a lovely thing that I just put a little bow on it or in a little packet. And that's when I go to someone's home for dinner, I give the She Bar as a hostess gift.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. Okay, so I would love for us to talk about the app. So I know we've talked about, and there's questions, rapid fire questions that I have, but how does the app work? And also people probably want to know how it feels. Like, what is the experience like?
So the app is super easy. You download it. It controls the device, so you don't have to use these buttons. You can actually control it on the app. And then the app tracks your progress. It gives you a full menopausal health symptoms tracker. In fact, in about 2 weeks, we're launching a brand new version of the app that then highlights the symptoms that are unique to you, that are personalized to you, Vanessa, or anybody out there, so that if you don't want to hear anything about brain fog, we're not going to tell you about brain fog, but we'll tell you everything you want to know about weight gain or vaginal health, because that's important to you. So we personalize the experience. And every day we provide really rich content based on what's important to you. But when you're using the vFit device, I want to just tell you, it's a very comfortable experience. It generates this light. The light gives a nice warming sensation. You only need to insert it up to the light window, not all here. And make sure you use the photonic gel with it, the lubricant with it. That's super important because it helps make everything work better. But you sit back, you relax, knowing that you're improving your vaginal health. The device automatically shuts off whether you're using the app or in manual mode. So you don't need to do anything. You just sit back, relax, 10 minutes every other day. And after, you said, Vanessa, 1 week, you started seeing improvement. Most women within 3 weeks see improvement. But by 6 weeks, clinically speaking, we know that most everybody that uses it will notice something. I see there was a question that came up, is the red light hot? It generates a warmth. It's not hot. It's very comfortable. It gets up to about 40 degrees Celsius, which is just very warm and comfortable. So, and of course, never dangerous, very, very safe.
Yeah, and I wanted to say something. So you put it on, and it's people, have had comments like, oh, is that a vibrator? Does it feel like? And no, obviously it's shaped like a vibrator, all of those things, but it's not.
Well, our body is only shaped a certain way.
Exactly. But obviously, and there's a vibratory sense to it, the vibration, the heat, and the red light. But it is not it's not something that you use and you're, having a experience. Clear that up, that's different.
Yeah, this is not a vibrator. It's not meant to help you climax with the device, although you will climax better with your partner because of the device. But no, this is a therapeutic product that's really intended to improve your health and wellness of your vaginal tissue.
Right. And I think, one thing I wanted to say is every time I get on there, you can change it to different, but they have like beginner, medium, advanced. They have the calendar to kind of, mark your symptoms and see if you've noticed improvements, which amazing tracking. You have so much content on there that every time I get on, seriously, I think I'm going to do my treatment, and maybe I'm going to like scroll Instagram or look at something else. And I inevitably, like 99.9% of the time, I stay on the app because the content is so engaging that it's
really good content. And it's things that you want to know, like, why do women in menopause get UTIs more frequently than not? And, we'll tell you why.
Right. So then that reminds me, yes, there is an app, Jennifer, and it's this app is amazing. And so this product, vFit, is only getting better in the sense that they're, adding new programs, new, up-leveling.
New insights to your health. So in 2 weeks, we're launching a new version of the app, and it's just very geared towards helping you live a better quality of life, helping you improve your health and wellness. And all of this is free. It comes free with the purchase of the device. So we're here to really help you live a healthier, happier life. That's really what keeps me and my team motivated every day, is when we hear these stories about women and how we're changed their lives, and men, because the men benefit from this too.
Exactly. So I know I have a lot of male followers that, all those respectful men that follow and love the gray-haired women, I respectfully say that if you have a woman in your life, you have a sister, a mother, a cousin, a friend, please share this information. This is literally, because guess what, men? The message to men: when your woman or your mom or your spouse or anyone, when that is in a better, when your vaginal health is in a better place, you are in a better place all around, which means how you show up, you know, the confidence, the
confidence is key.
all of it come along with that. So it is beneficial for that. So I want to know, I have so many questions for you, and I know the time is running. I would love to know, oh, before I forget, you mentioned the UTIs.
Yes.
Just please tell me, because this is something that I think is fascinating. Women that go, whether it be maybe yeast infections, UTIs, that have had various things, not even related necessarily to menopause at all. Could be at a young, you know, it could be during, you know, puberty, and they're on birth control.
Yes.
How is the device helpful?
Yes. So what happens, why women, and I'll speak to women that are getting older or maybe on birth control, is that the level of glycogen in their vaginal tissue, you start to lose the production of that. And that's what helps regulate pH balance. So as you age, if we had Dr. Sarah here, she'd be able to go on the technical term. But as I know, as we age, we start to lose that. What this device is doing, the red light therapy is doing, it's stimulating your tissue, your mitochondria in your tissue. And when it stimulates the mitochondria in your tissue, it basically activates your cells to do the things that they're supposed to be doing. The layman term I like to use is, imagine you have a car with a dead battery, and you take a jumper cable and you charge that battery. That's what red light is doing to your cells. We're jump starting what you already have, but your body needs a reminder to get going. So your cells then start to produce more glycogen, they start to produce more collagen, elastin, increase blood flow. And then that's what helps keep your pH in balance. And then when your pH is in balance, you have less chance of getting UTIs or yeast infections, because if you put anything in there, whether it's you're having intercourse and you have, you know, something in there, you're not going to throw it off pH balance. And that's really critical.
Yeah, I think that's amazing. Reminder, if you're just hopping on, Vanessa 15 for 15% off site-wide. I'm pinning up some products for you to check out. I really implore you to take a look, you know, take a test drive through their Joylux website, because there's so much content, so much information to kind of better inform you. Let's do some rapid fire, okay? Rapid fire.
Quick.
Okay. Does Joylux vFit, does it affect your sex drive?
Oh, yes, for the better.
Does it increase confidence?
Oh, 100% of women in all our clinical studies are more confident after using
this. How quickly can you talk about the experience and benefits?
Oh, you said a week, Vanessa? Within 3 weeks, people notice something.
Most positive effect that people have experienced that have given you feedback with Joylux?
Well, I go back to confidence. When you feel better about yourself, then you're more free to do the things that you love. Jump up and down or have intimacy with your partner.
Let's see. And again, is vFit health promoting for all ages and stages of life?
Oh, 100%. Anybody that has a vagina will benefit from a vFit.
I love it. All right, so we already talked about red light therapy. It's Vanessa 15% off any of the products site-wide. Final few questions. Why did you start this company, which we kind of talked about in the beginning, but just why did you start it, and how's it been, talking about vaginal health?
Vanessa, I love doing what I do because I love changing women's lives. I love that feeling, knowing that I am helping women reconnect with their partner, enjoy sex again. I'm helping them be unembarrassed about going to the gym for fear of, wetting their pants. I get such joy in knowing that our products are changing women's lives.
It is amazing. Like I said, I'm just blessed and honored. Honestly, I say that real humbly, to be a part of the company and part of your tribe, to be able to share and be one of your evangelists, because it's that important.
Thank you.
I think it's time we should do a giveaway.
Yes.
This is the piece de resistance of, in my view, of the Joylux brand, and it's the starter kit that will come. Look at this adorable case. It's like, ooh, and it has the Phototonics wipes in there, and it has the gel, the phototonic gel, and then of course your vFit and a little satin bag. You have a little satin bag to keep it in. So I think there's a gal on here who, you know, really I thought was most engaged in this conversation. Her name's Jennifer, and I don't know you, Jennifer, but Jennifer, if you're still on, hopefully you are, then yes, Jennifer.
Yay!
Her name, Jennifer, let's see, Jennifer Amados. Jennifer, make sure you private message me. Make sure I have your name on there because I don't know if you follow me. Yes, yay, Jennifer.
Yay, Jennifer.
So,
and this, like, she's getting the starter kit, which is like a $500 gift.
Yeah, it is amazing, and I hope my only you know, you should never add anything to a gift, but I'm going to say please pay it forward, Jennifer. That use this, and you know, and I hope that you experience even 1/10 of the improvements that I have, and that you share this brand and these products with the women in your life, because it's yeah, it's just a game changer. It's just wonderful. So,
Vanessa.
oh, Colette, this has been so much fun. I
Yeah.
join your team, and thank you so much. And until next time.
Until next time. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you guys, everyone, for joining the conversation. This is awesome. Don't forget, it's Menopause Awareness Month, and Joylux vFit is the product that I've been talking about that started it all. And that is it. That is a wrap. So may you and your vagina have a fabulous, healthy rest of your day. And now if I can figure out how to turn this off. Let's see here.